Hey guys, how are you? Dan Wild here from the Wild Aesthetics Transformation Program. We were talking all things peptides today. I'm going to show you guys how to reconstitute peptides, okay? The best way to do it, because you got to do this the right way. It is super important, okay? So we're going to show you how to mix it, which is called reconstitute it, all right? And then we're also going to show you how to inject. I'm going to have my wife come down, and she's going to be a little demonstrator here, okay? So stay tuned. Here we go. All right, guys, so this is what you need, okay? So when you get the peptides shipped from the company that we're using, okay? The peptides come in a little bottle like this, okay? This is the tesamorelin, growth hormone peptide, okay? And then you're also gonna get a backwater right here, okay? This is super important that you use this specific backwater, okay? You can't just use regular water here, okay? And then you're gonna get alcohol swabs right here. You need alcohol swabs. You need insulin needles, okay? You get these at any pharmacy right here. If you're in a state that allows Amazon to ship, you can get them from there. I just went to my local CVS pharmacy. You want insulin needles, doses up to 50 units. This is a half ml right here, okay? And then you want to get TRT needles. This is what you're going to use to reconstitute it, okay? You're not sticking this in you. But this right here is a 3 ml syringe. And again, this is going to be used to reconstitute the peptide. All right, guys, so let's go over how to reconstitute your peptide here, okay? Now, there's a peptide cheat sheet right here, okay? So for an example, right here, we're doing a tesamorelin, all right? This is 5 milligram bottle. It calls for 1 ml of the water right here, the correct water. All right, so we're just simply putting the water into the powdered peptide, okay? All right, so we're gonna use the TRT needle to do this. All right, this is just the easiest way to do it, all right? Now, it's super important that you handle this peptide with care. You never wanna blast the bottle or the water right into the powder, okay? You never wanna shake the powder. You wanna be extremely careful with how you do this. So I've already popped the top off this, but you're gonna pop the top off your peptide, okay? Just like that. You're gonna take an alcohol swab and you're just gonna swab the top of it, okay? Again, safety first, all that. So I'll swab the top of both, the water, all right? And then I'm simply just gonna draw up 1 ml of water into this TRT syringe right here, okay? So here we are right here, TRT syringe. A little pro tip right here, try to just draw it back till about 1 right here, all right? So you're gonna draw it back like that, all right? And then it's gonna create a little vacuum, all right? So I'm gonna poke it in the water right here, just like this. And then I'm gonna shoot the water or the air into the water. This is gonna make a vacuum effect, okay? And then I'm gonna simply draw out, all right? Draw out 1 ml of water, okay? Sometimes you might get a little air in the needle too. All right, so I like to draw out a little bit more than 1, and then I kind of push it back up to the 1. That's kind of a pro tip right there. All right, so that's gonna get you a more accurate measurement, all right? So that's the first step right there, okay? All right, next, guys, okay? I have my measurement drawn out. Now, again, some measurements might be 2 mLs of water, okay? Some might be 3. This is 1. Now, it's important you don't just want to shoot this directly into the powder. You want to have a slow release, and you want to kind of angle it in so the water, when it hits, it's going to hit the side of the glass bottle and kind of drizzle down. And once you put this needle in, all right, it's going to have a little suction, and it's going to want to kind of go in faster, and you kind of want to titrate it here with your finger, okay? So check it out. I'm going to keep my finger right here. I'm gonna kind of put it into the side like this. So again, it's kind of hitting the side, all right, like that. All right, then it's gonna lightly kind of go in like that, okay? Just like this. And it really, you see that right there, just kind of lightly went in. Take it out, all right? And then, okay, you have it right here. Now you can lightly go like this with your hands, kind of like this, okay? If you want, you can lightly swirl it like this. But I just, after I maybe do that, I just kind of let it sit for about 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, it's reconstituted, all right? Simple as that, okay? So again, you don't want to shoot it directly in hard. You never want to shake it, okay? Put it at an angle so the water kind of hits the side of the glass, okay? And again, it's just very, very simple, all right? All right, next, guys. So you're gonna now take your insulin syringe, okay, and you're gonna extract, all right, how many units you need on the cheat sheet. It will tell you how many units, okay? Right now, I'm gonna do 20 units, all right? So I'm gonna extract the peptide. All right, I'm gonna bring it to the 20 unit mark on this insulin syringe right here. Super easy, all right? And then you're gonna do a subcutaneous injection, okay? So let's kind of draw it up and then we'll show you how to do it, okay? You can inject in your stomach, like your love handle area, anywhere here, okay? Just don't do it too close to your belly button. Thighs are okay, back of the arm right here, but stomach area is usually best, okay? So again, the same way we did the water, okay, we want to kind of make a vacuum effect. So I'm going to get 20 units right here, and I'm going to kind of inject that air into the small peptide solution right here, okay? So you're going to poke it in, kind of slowly, don't do it too quick, you know what I mean? Put a little air in it, all right? This is going to create a vacuum effect here, okay? And then you're going to slowly kind of draw out, all right, peptide here, okay? And if sometimes a little bit of air gets in there, don't get too concerned about the air. That's why I want to do it slowly, all right? Again, we're not shooting this into a vein, so it's not going to do anything. A little air's in there, right? I like to take a little bit more out than needed, and then I'll push it back up to that mark there, okay? So maybe I'll take like 25 out, kind of look at it, and then I'll kind of push it back up to the 20, right there. That's perfect. Zero air, looks good. All right, next let's go over how to inject this into your subcutaneous fat right there, okay? So again, simple as that, brought it out to 20, now we're gonna inject. All right, so I have my friend help me out here. So we want to clean the spot first, okay? Always want to clean it with an alcohol wipe. So we're doing the copper peptide here. So take subcutaneous fat like that, inject it in, slowly press it in, just like that. And that's it.